Breaking news for every Social Security SSI and SSDI recipient in America. Your March payment, including those checks at or near $2,000, is changing right now. And if you don't know about this update, you could be caught completely off guard. We're talking about schedule changes, payment shifts, and critical details that affect millions of Americans who depend on these benefits every single month to pay their rent, buy their groceries, and keep the lights on. If you receive Social Security retirement benefits, if you're on SSI, if you rely on SSDI to survive, then the next 60 seconds of this video may be the most important thing you watch all month. Stay with me. Do not click away, because what you're about to hear directly affects your money and your peace of mind. Welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome. This channel exists for one reason and one reason only: to make sure that you, the hardworking men and women who have earned these benefits, never get blindsided by a change you didn't see coming. Every week, we break down the latest updates from the Social Security Administration. In plain English, no confusing government language, no runaround, just the facts you need, explained in a way that makes sense. Whether you're a retiree who spent decades paying into this system, a disabled American fighting every day to make ends meet, or a caregiver trying to help a loved one navigate their benefits, this channel was built for you. And right now, in March 2025, there are important updates you need to hear about immediately. Before we go any further, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please take just a moment right now and hit that subscribe button below this video. Turn on your notifications too, because updates like this one come out regularly, and the last thing you want is to miss information that protects your income. Go ahead and subscribe. I'll be right here when you get back. Now, let's get into exactly what is happening with your March Social Security, SSI, and SSDI payments right now. Let's start with the big picture, and then we'll break it all down step by step. The Social Security Administration follows a very specific payment schedule every single month. But March 2025 is not a typical month. There are calendar factors, federal payment rules, and scheduling shifts that are directly affecting when millions of recipients will see their money. And for some of you, the amount you're expecting may look different too. Let's walk through this carefully. If you receive Supplemental Security Income, SSI, here's what you must understand right now. SSI payments are always issued on the first of the month. That is the standard rule. But here is the critical exception that catches so many people off guard every single year. When the first of the month falls on a weekend or a federal holiday, the Social Security Administration moves your payment to the last business day of the previous month. And that is exactly what happened in March. Because of the way the calendar falls, many SSI recipients saw their March payment arrive in late February. That means if you received a deposit at the end of February and thought to yourself, wait, what is this money? That was actually your March SSI payment arriving early. Now here is where people get into serious trouble. Some recipients see that early payment hit their bank account and they think they're getting a bonus. They think they're getting paid twice. They spend that money, they make extra purchases, and then the beginning of the actual month arrives and there is no second payment because that early deposit was already March's money. Let me say that again so it is crystal clear. If your SSI payment came at the end of February, that was your March payment. You will not receive another SSI payment until April 1st, or the adjusted date around that time if the calendar shifts again. This is one of the most common and most painful mistakes SSI recipients make, and we want to make sure it doesn't happen to you. Now let's talk about Social Security retirement benefits and SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance. These payments do not follow the same first of the month rule as SSI. Instead, they are distributed based on the recipient's birthday. This is called the Wednesday payment schedule, and it works like this. If your birthday falls on the 1st through the 10th of any month, your payment arrives on the second Wednesday of the month. If your birthday falls on the 11th through the 20th, your payment arrives on the third Wednesday of the month. If your birthday falls on the 21st through the 31st, your payment arrives on the fourth Wednesday of the month. For March 2025, here is what that looks like in real terms. Birthdays from the 1st to the 10th, your payment arrives on Wednesday, March 12th. Birthdays from the 11th to the 20th, your payment arrives on Wednesday, March 19th. Birthdays from the 21st to the 31st, your payment arrives on Wednesday, March 26th. There is one important exception to all of this. If you began receiving Social Security benefits before May 1997, or if you receive both Social Security and SSI at the same time, your payment follows a different rule. In that case, your Social Security payment is issued on the 3rd of every month, regardless of your birthday. So for March, that payment would have gone out on Monday, March 3rd. Write these dates down, put them in your phone, put them on your refrigerator. Know exactly when your money is coming because that knowledge protects you. Now, let's talk about something that has a lot of people asking questions right now, the $2,000 figure you're hearing about. Let's be completely transparent with you because that is what this channel is about. The $2,000 number represents the payment range that many Social Security recipients fall into after the 2025 cost of living adjustment, the COLA, took effect in January of this year. The SSA announced a 2.5% COLA increase for 2025, which means that benefit amounts went up across the board, starting with January payments. For the average Social Security retirement recipient, the monthly benefit is now approximately $976, which rounds very close to that $2,000 figure. For some recipients, particularly those with higher lifetime earnings or those who delayed claiming their benefits, monthly payments have now crossed or are very close to the $2,000 mark. For SSDI recipients, the average monthly benefit is somewhat lower, around $1,580, but many recipients with strong work histories are receiving payments in the $1,800 to $2,200 range. For SSI recipients, the federal maximum benefit for 2025 is $967 per month for an individual, or $1,450 for a couple. Some states add a supplemental payment on top of the federal amount, which can bring totals higher depending on where you live. Now, you may have also heard talk about a potential $2,000 payment as part of legislative proposals or policy discussions. There has been ongoing conversation in Washington about raising the SSI federal benefit maximum, about adjusting payment floors for low-income seniors and disabled Americans, and about broader Social Security reform. Those conversations are real. Those proposals exist. But as of right now, no new one-time $2,000 payment has been passed into law and approved for distribution. We will cover any confirmed legislation the moment it becomes official. That is our promise to you. What is real right now is that your 2025 COLA adjusted payment is the highest it has been in years, and making sure you receive every dollar you are owed on time is exactly what we are focused on here. You might be thinking, okay, my payment moved by a few days, or it came a week earlier than expected. Why does that matter so much? For many of our viewers, it matters enormously. Think about Margaret. She's 71 years old, lives in a small apartment in Ohio, and her entire monthly budget, rent, utilities, medications, groceries, is built around the exact date her Social Security check hits her bank account. Her rent is due on the 1st. Her electric bill auto-pays on the 5th. Her prescription refill comes out on the 8th. If Margaret doesn't know that her SSI payment actually came 4 days early because the 1st fell on a weekend, and she spends that money thinking it's separate, she could come up $967 short at the beginning of the month. That's not just inconvenient. That could mean a missed rent payment, a bounced bill, a frightening call from her landlord. Or think about James. He's 58 on SSDI after a serious workplace injury. His birthday is on the 22nd, so his payment always comes on the 4th Wednesday of the month. But this month, there's been confusion online. People sharing wrong dates, outdated payment schedules, incorrect information spreading on social media. James sees a post saying his payment should have already arrived, checks his account, panics when it isn't there, calls the SSA's 800 number, waits on hold for 45 minutes, only to find out his payment is perfectly on schedule and arrives on the 26th. These scenarios happen every single month to real people, and every single month we are here to prevent them. The Social Security Administration has also been undergoing significant operational changes in recent months. There has been a great deal of news coverage about staffing levels at the SSA, office closures, and changes to how the agency processes claims and handles customer service. We want to address this directly because many of you have written in asking about it. The SSA has faced pressure to reduce its workforce and consolidate operations. These changes have raised legitimate concerns among advocates for seniors and disabled Americans about potential delays in claims processing, difficulty reaching the agency by phone, and access to in-person services at local field offices. Here is what you need to know practically. Your scheduled monthly benefit payments, if you are already approved and receiving benefits, are processed automatically and are not expected to be disrupted by these operational changes. Your direct deposit or mailed check follows the standard payment calendar. However, if you have a pending claim, a review scheduled, or an appeal in process, it is wise to be more proactive right now. Follow up, document everything, keep copies of all correspondence. If you need to visit a local SSA office, call ahead first to confirm hours and availability, as some offices have seen reduced hours. We will continue to monitor this situation closely and update you the moment anything changes that could affect your payments. Now, I want to take a moment to give you some practical advice, not to scare you, but to empower you. Know your exact payment date. Go back and write down the dates I gave you earlier in this video. Based on whether you receive SSI, Social Security Retirement, or SSDI, and based on your birthday, you now know exactly when your March payment should arrive. Mark it on your calendar. Do not spend early payments as if they are bonus money. If your money arrived earlier than you expected, whether it's a few days or even from the prior month, take a breath before you spend it. Confirm with your bank or through your My Social Security online account that the payment is for the month you think it is. One quick check can save you a month of financial stress. Set up your My Social Security account if you haven't already. You can do this at SSA.gov. This free online account lets you see your payment history, check your scheduled payment dates, view your benefit amount, and even get official letters from the SSA digitally. In an environment where reaching the SSA by phone is getting harder, having this account is more valuable than ever. Build even a small buffer if you can. I know that is easier said than done when you are living on a fixed income, but even setting aside $20 or $30 each month in a separate savings account or even a jar at home can give you a tiny cushion for the months when payment timing shifts. That small buffer can be the difference between stress and stability. Watch out for scams. Every time there is news about Social Security payment changes or potential increases, scammers come out in force. They send fake text messages, they make phone calls claiming to be from the SSA, they build fake websites. The SSA will never call you and demand immediate action or personal information over the phone. If you get a call like that, it is a scam. Hang up. Report it to the SSA's fraud hotline. Talk to someone you trust. If you're confused about your benefits, your payment amount, your schedule, whether you qualify for additional help, talk to a trusted family member, a local senior center, or a benefits counselor. You don't have to navigate this alone, and this channel will always be here to help. Here's the truth about why we do this every single week. There are millions of Americans, like seniors, disabled individuals, low-income families, who worked their entire lives, paid into this system, and deserve every single dollar they have earned. And the system, as necessary and vital as it is complicated. It changes, the rules shift, the calendar moves, the news cycle is loud and confusing. Our job, this channel's entire purpose, is to cut through all of that noise and give you one clear, trustworthy place to come to for answers. We are not here to scare you. We are not here to confuse you. We are here to protect you. And we can only do that if you stay connected with us. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do it right now. It takes 2 seconds, and it means that every time there is an update that affects your money, your benefits, or your financial security, you will be among the first to know. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and share this video with someone you care about. A parent, a sibling, a neighbor, a friend who is on Social Security or SSI or SSDI. You might just save them from a stressful and confusing month. Because staying informed is not just smart. When your income depends on these benefits, staying informed is survival. Let's bring it all home. Here's what you need to remember from today's video. Your March 2025 Social Security payments are on a specific schedule, and now you know exactly what that schedule is. If you receive SSI and your payment came at the end of February, that was your March payment. There will not be another one until April. If you receive Social Security Retirement Benefits, or SSDI, your March payment arrives on the second, third, or fourth Wednesday of the month, based on your birthday. If you started receiving benefits before May of 1997, or if you receive both Social Security and SSI, your payment came on March 3rd. The 2025 COLA increase has raised average monthly benefits to close to or above that $2,000 mark for many recipients. And you deserve to receive every dollar of that increase on time and without confusion. And through all the noise, through all the headlines, through all the changes happening at the SSA and in Washington, your scheduled monthly benefit is still coming. You earned it. It belongs to you. And we are here to make sure you know exactly when and how to expect it. Take care of yourselves this month. Budget wisely. Stay informed. And remember, you are not alone in this. We'll see you in the next video with your next update. Stay protected. Stay informed. And as always, we've got you.